Hello friends. As I was literally starting to record this video, you can see I have my bags behind me and this one fell on my shoulder, but we'll take a minute for Orangebird. Maybe one day I'll go through all my bags. But for now, I figured what better way to start my new YouTube channel than to go through all of my ears and my ear collection. I'm going to do my best to go from my first pair ever to my most recent purchases. I know the first two I bought. I know the last three I think that I bought. The in-between might get a little tricky. But I already took my glasses off in preparation because I don't like wearing my glasses when I put my ears on. So let's just get into it. We're going to start with my very first pair of ears. I've been going to Disney since 2007, and I did not buy my first pair of ears until 2022, right before I went on my first trip. Because when I saw these ears, which also started my obsession, when I saw this pair of ears, I knew I had to have them. It was one of my favorite rides ever. It was for the 50th anniversary. It was a must purchase, and it's my Space Mountain ears. I love these. First of all, I love space. My page is about Disney and science. I am an astronomer. I love science, but I also love Disney. So naturally, one of my favorite rides is Space Mountain, and this is the pair from the 50th anniversary. It has the 50th on the back, and it says Space Mountain on the side. But when I saw these online, I knew I had to have them. I bought them right before my first Disney trip in 2022. Well, not my first Disney trip, but my family Disney trip in 2022. And now I have them. Okay, so once we got on our trip in 2022, I bought another pair of ears. And this time I bought them matching with my mom, which we have worn to multiple trips since, which I just think is so cute. But these are much more of your classic, these are not your classic, red and black Mickey ears. But the next pair that I bought are, and that is these ones. So they have the little red and white polka dot, very mini, which they are. They're mini ears, right? Very mini-esque. Just that black, that red, and I do love these ones. They're just so classic. It's kind of made me want another pair of classic ears. Matches my outfit because I'm wearing all black today. But that is the next pair of ears that I got. I'm trying to think if I bought any more on my 2022 trip, and I don't think so. I think I just switched between these two the entire time that we were there for a week. But maybe I bought more. I don't remember. All right, and then the next two pairs, I think I got both of them for the next trip that I went on. And I probably got some in between. At this point, I've lost track. But I know that I got my mom and I these ones matching. They're the 50th anniversary ears and from Walt Disney World. And I just thought they'd be really cute. I wanted to surprise her before we went on our mother-daughter trip in 2023. And so I bought, this pair as well as this pair for myself because I am a huge Frozen fan. It is my favorite Disney movie of all time. Frozen, Frozen 2, both my favorite. And these are the Arendelle ears, and so I had to have them. And I think I've worn these to every trip since. I probably need to start switching it out a little bit more because I have plenty of ears and I keep wearing these ones, but I do love both of these. As I said, I've lost track as to which ears I got when, but I think sometime in that time frame of 2022, 2023, I also got these Orangebird ones. I think they were the 2022 Orangebird ears. Or Flower and Garden ears. But I love Orangebird. It is not necessarily a Disney IP character, but Orange is Florida, right? They just have the Orangebird mascot, and you can find it in Magic Kingdom, but also they do the Flower and Garden Festival in Epcot every year. And when I saw these ears, I've seen plenty of Orangebird ears. I of course love them all because I love Orangebird, but these ones were a must purchase for me. I love the leather. I'm really into leather ears, despite the fact that I have plenty that are not leather. I do love the leather ears. I just think Orangebird's so cute. So these were a must purchase. I wore these, I think, to the Flower and Garden Festival finally, because it took me a while to wear them because I wanted to wear them for the Flower and Garden Festival. I think I wore them this past May to the Flower and Garden Festival, but these are another really cute pair that I love. And in true Disney fashion, I'm also a huge Marvel fan. I was a fan of Marvel before Disney bought Marvel, but I love Marvel, and I love the Guardians of the Galaxy, especially Baby Groot. So I have these Groot ears, and I purchased these again on a whim on one of my trips. I've worn them a couple times now. I love them for Epcot and Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom because, you know, the tree part of Groot, but also Epcot because that's where Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind is. So again, Groot is part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, but I love these ears. These are actually like a really soft, like plush ear, which is very different. But I love the little bow. Also, I like that, like, realistically, you can make whatever side you want to be the front because you can push the bow to either side. And I think the Groot ears are so cute. They're not good for a rainy day, but none of the ears really are. But they are super cute. Alright, and then I also visited Disney in the 100th anniversary of Disney, not just Walt Disney World. That was the 50th anniversary, and that led into a 100th anniversary, and it gets very confusing if you're not a Disney fan and don't understand. But during the 100th anniversary, I also felt like I needed to have a pair of ears to commemorate, and I did not get them until way after, honestly, the 100th anniversary, like when Disney Store had them on sale on their site, and I'm so glad I got them. They also make for really good Tiana's Bayou ears because of the, like, if you wear like a green shirt with like purple, because green and purple is in the movie, you know, Princess and the Frog. But anyways, all that to be said, I got a pair of 100th ears, and they look like this. I put these a little bit closer because I just love all the little characters on them. Sadly, I was not wearing these ears when I met Donald Duck in his 100th attire because I didn't have these ears yet, but it would have matched so perfectly. So these are the leather ears that I love. The bow is also like that leather material, but I also love these. I wore these on my most recent trip to Disney with a Tiana's Bayou outfit, green shirt, purple ears. That's where I got the idea. But these are also just super cute. And even though they're from the 100th anniversary, I just feel like they have just the characters and they don't like scream 100th. I mean, they scream 100th because Disney 100th was this purple and this silver, but I feel like it doesn't say 100th on them everywhere, so they're just a really cute pair of ears to have in general with all the characters. Really cute character ears. And I'm realizing now, when I was in Disney in 2023 with my mom for a mother-daughter trip, we stayed at Art of Animation, and then later stayed at Art of Animation again when we did like a trip with my mom, my brothers, and I. But when my mom and I stayed in 2023 in the Little Mermaid room, I had to have these ears. And there's backstory behind it besides the fact that I just love all of the characters on here. But these are the Art of Animation ears. They actually turn pink if you go outside, like the white turns pink with sunlight. But Art of Animation has Finding Nemo rooms, Little Mermaid, Lion King, and Cars section. The only thing not represented on this ears is the Cars section, which is kind of sad. They did come out with new ones which have cars on them, but at this time the ones that I have did not. I'm also, like, at the time I wasn't really like into the color pink. I've slowly become more of a fan of pink, but I really like these, and they kind of maybe like started my, oh, I can like pink more. When I was a kid I liked it. I just grew up loving purple and blue. Anyways, all that to be said, I love these ears. But my favorite part is Rafiki holding up baby Simba. Rafiki is one of my all-time favorite characters. Olaf is my favorite character. Rafiki is probably my second all-time favorite character, Disney IP-wise. And I just had to have these when I saw them. And then I got to wear them when I went back to Art of Animation, which was really fun. And I don't think I wore them when I went to stay at Pop Century, but it's right across from Art of Animation, so I definitely could have. But I have now worn them at Art of Animation while staying at Art of Animation. Alright, next pair that I got, I don't even know when, but are just a classic to have, is just the standard black Mickey ears, and they say Mickey Mouse on the side. These go with everything. Everything you could, any outfit you possibly could want, these go with it. People have put like ribbons on them and decorated them that way, and like switched it up with the colors in their outfits, so like pink one day, purple the next, whatever. You can also actually get them customized at Disney in Magic Kingdom and Disney Springs, and you can have like them embroidered or like things written on them and personalized. But these are a great classic ear. I had to have them. I love to wear them to Hollywood Studios, so just give me like old time Disney vibes. But these are definitely a winner for anybody just getting into ears as well, because they're so simple, but they're so cute. Alright, my next pair of ears I have yet to wear because they are the Disneyland ears. and they were part of like the 100th Disney celebration as well. But I will not wear them until I go to Disneyland, California. That is my goal. But they are so cute. I just had to have them. I had been dreaming about them for so long, and then I finally was able to get them. But they have like all the park icon, like all the ride icons, my bad. And this big sparkly, plush bow in the middle. And I just think they're so cute, but I have yet to other than trying them on, I have yet to wear them to a park. I am saving them for a special trip one day, so hopefully sometime in the next year or so, I can get out to Disneyland and wear these. Alright, now we're at some of my more recent purchases. Some of these I actually got specifically for my celebrating 1 year of being engaged to my fiance trip in August. And we went to Disney. These were not necessarily related to my engagement, this pair, but I got these on eBay. They used to be in the parks a long time ago, but I love these. These are also the most perfect Hollywood Studios ears in my opinion, because they're the Mickey hands, but they just remind me of Fantasmic, which is a nighttime show at Disney, and I just think that they're so cute. They're plush, they're really fun. They are more unisex. Some people don't like to wear the ears if they have bows or something like that. They're really perfect for anything. But then I got these ones specifically for my engagement trip. These are ones that have not been in the parks in a really long time. I don't even know if they were ever in the US parks. I'd have to look that up. But they are white with these little lavender lilac hearts. And I got these specifically to celebrate my engagement because my wedding colors are the purples. And the white with the purple I just thought screamed wedding, bride kind of style. And so I got these for my engagement trip. Again, I bought these off eBay, which is half the reason the bow's a little crooked. That is the gamble you get if you buy them, off of eBay from sellers. But I just thought these were so cute for my engagement trip, and I paired them with, I think, 2 different outfits, but mostly I paired them with a lavender lilac dress, but I think I also wore them with a white athletic dress on the trip. And then right before going on the trip, I also got these Baymax S'mores ears. I think I wore these in Animal Kingdom because of the colors, but these are just so cute. They're plush, they're little s'mores, they're Baymax from Big Hero 6, and I just love these ears. They're so fun. I think they're actually back in stock on Disney Store, which is crazy because I haven't seen them in stock in almost a year. So that was really exciting. But those are some of the ears I got in preparation for my trip in August, and now I'll show you a couple of ears that I got either at my trip or around my trip, and then what I've gotten recently as well. So this next pair of ears is also actually one of my favorite. I probably have said that about all of them. I love my ears, but I got these in my trip in May to wear on my trip in August. So again, I'm in that. I don't remember when I bought ears, but I do remember buying these ones. And I got these, it was the 3 Caballeros from the Mexico Pavilion. It's also a Disney movie, but I love the 3 Caballero ride, and I also love the Mexico Pavilion. The best food, truly the best food. But they are double-sided, and the bow in the middle is actually removable, which is my favorite thing. I wish Disney made all of their ears with removable bows, so you can wear them with or without a bow. And you can either wear the bow, with it facing this way, or you can choose to switch the bow around. And you can have it on this side instead. And again, I did this a little bit backwards, but again, you can have it either way. But I do love these ears so much. I had to wear them on the ride. These are one of my favorite pairs of ears ever. Again, I love the leather. I love the removable bow. I wore it with and without, and I love Donald and the 3 Caballeros. Okay, another pair that my fiance actually got for me before we went on our trip in August that I wanted so bad. I'm a sucker for anything for parks. If you've seen my TikTok videos, you would know that. But he got me these 4-park ears, but they're hard plastic because they actually light up, which you really can't tell. Let me see. It's hard to tell because I still have a light on, but they do light up. And I loved wearing them at night. The only thing is wearing them all day, they're really heavy because of the hard plastic. So it did not work out really well for me to wear them all day, but I do love them and I just like want to preserve them and put them on display in my house. They also match this park bag. So I did a 4 parks 1 day challenge, which I'll post at some point. And I will do that 4 parks 1 day challenge again. But I also, spoiler alert, have a new pair of 4 parks ears. So I don't always have to make my head suffer and I can actually just put these on display, which is my dream because I think they're so cute. But they deserve to be like not worn out and like to be on display. Alright, and before my 2022 trip as well, my mom got me a matching Loungefly backpack and Loungefly pair of ears for Star Wars for the Tatooine. And they're so pretty. The sunset colors, like the pink, the brown, they're just, you know, ombre in the back. But these are so cute. I have a matching Loungefly bag that goes with them. But when this collection came out, I had to have it. So she got me these for my birthday, and I did in fact wear them when I went to Hollywood Studios and we went to Galaxy's Edge, and I got to wear them all around and just be a little Star Wars happy self that I am. But I love these ears. This bow is like velvet feeling. It's so soft. And then they're like leatherish ears with like this little embroidery. But these are a super cute pair of ears. Again, matching backpack. The backpack is also stunning. At some point, I'll have to show it all together. But adding to my ear collection was these. I think I've officially made it through all of my in-between ears. I do feel like I'm missing a pair somewhere, and that's just how it goes. But I at least am down to what I think is my final most recent 4. It is definitely my most recent 4 purchases or like gifts, but I don't know if I missed a pair of ears somewhere in this mix. But one of them I bought on the very last day of my trip in August, and so I have not worn them yet. And that is my Hollywood Terror Hotel ears. They glow in the dark. And again, the bow is removable, which is so cool. But I do like the bow on this one a lot because it has like the elevator floor countdown. But these, I love Hollywood Terror Hotel. It might be my all-time favorite ride, or it is really close to it. Guardians of the Galaxy has really given it a run for its money. But I love this ride, and I had to have these ears. So I went and purchased them on my very last day. Therefore, I have not worn them yet. Alright, we've made it to the 3 most recent pairs. One of them I got for Christmas, so all of these still have their tags. I have not worn these yet, but I got these for Christmas for my fiance. They are from the Disney Eats collection, but they are like the shaved ice snow cone. I love a good snow cone, whether it's at Disney or not, it does not matter. I love snow cones, and I love the shaved ice, like the Japanese shaved ice in Disney as well. But I just thought these were super pretty. All other things like aside, forget like the shaved ice for a second. I just thought the colors were so pretty, like for a summer just outfit. You could wear this with like any of these colors, green, pink, orange, blue, or you could just wear it with black and like have a pop of color. But I love these, again with the leather ears. But I also love shaved ice, so they're perfect, and my fiance loves them, and he was like, I have to get you those ears, and he did, and they're super cute. Alright, we're gonna have to rapid fire my last 2 pairs, but these are my 2 most recent ones. I have a TikTok about them. I'll probably put on the shorts, but I love these 4 park ones. I'll be able to wear them a little bit more comfortably. They have the monorail on both sides of them. They're super stunning, and I'm obsessed, but I just have to save my last minute for one of my all-time favorite pairs of ears. I mean, this one's also my all-time favorite, but this pair is so stunning. This purple with the castle and the sparkly purple bow. I'm obsessed. I'm gonna stop here because I've talked about these ones already and just say, like, there's my ear collection. I don't think I missed some. Maybe I did. I probably did. But that's mostly my ear collection, and I truly love Disney ears. It all started with 1 pair in 2022, and now I'm obsessed with them in 2025. So I hope you all enjoy, and thanks for watching my first long video.